It's a warm welcome to Phil Craig from the Cape Independence Movement. Phil, I've been talking to various people on all sides of the whole Cape Independence debate, but not many of them have got facts. Lots of them have got, there's plenty of opinions around, but you've now got facts. You've now done another poll to update the previous one, which already seemed as though many people in the Cape were quite interested in at least having a referendum, if not breaking away from South Africa.
Yeah, that's the case. And thank you for having us back on again. And look, I think it's important that we do have a data and independent data that gives us some credible picture of what's actually going on. Yeah.
So how was your latest survey conducted?
So we used Victory Research again, and obviously they're a very well respected and independent organisation run by Gareth van Onselen. As we did last year, we approached them, and obviously they designed the poll. We obviously gave them some of the questions that we wanted the answers to, but they would then phrase the question and structure the poll in a sort of scientific manner so that the results are meaningful and credible. And this particular poll has a margin of error of 4%.
It does look like the weight is now, or the balance is now turning towards people in the Western Cape who actually want independence.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And I think, it's one of these situations where people kind of also have to look slightly outside of the box and understand everything in its correct context. So some of the headline numbers in these polls will probably catch people unawares, but certainly wouldn't catch us unawares. So we've now got to the situation where 58% of people in the Western Cape want a referendum on Cape Independence. So a clear majority, and well past the margin of error for any poll. Amongst the DA's own voters, that goes up to 65%. And I think when we take that in conjunction with the fact that the DA have already called this enabling legislation, or announced they're bringing this enabling legislation before Parliament to call referendums, we now have a scenario where the provincial government wants to be able to call referendums, and an overwhelming, certainly a substantial majority of Western Cape voters want a referendum on Cape Independence, which includes two-thirds of the DA's own voters. So there's this clear mandate for a referendum on Cape Independence, and that was perhaps the most meaningful statistic out of there, but the one that goes with that, and perhaps will even catch more people unawares, is that 46.2% of registered voters in the Western Cape now want Cape Independence outright. So not only are we in a situation where the majority, and a clear majority, want a referendum on Cape Independence, but we're now within spitting distance of winning a referendum on Cape Independence. I think it's 46.24 and something like 49% against, and just over 4% that are undecided. So we really are entering a new era of politics in the Western Cape.